Hello everyone, I'm your host Eric Moser and this is The Eric Show, the most controversial talk show on YouTube. So before we go into the topic for the day, I know I haven't did an episode in a while, or in a couple of days, but I have a couple things to say beforehand. Eric Gossip, I did sign into a season 2, and Eric Gossip, the season 2 premiere will be in 2 weeks. E+D Wrestling News, the season 1 season finale. I'm very sorry that is not up. I was supposed to put it up the day I taped it, but it's on my brother's laptop, my brother in Boston. So once I get a hold of his laptop, I will put it up on YouTube so you can watch the season finale. Once I do that, then I would, because I did sign E+D Wrestling News to a season 2 with the new name, and that was supposed to debut the season 2 premiere today. But because of the season finale of season 1 is not up, I changed the season premiere of season 2 to a different day. Now also, you might see Eric Politics, the new show I created, directed, and produced on the web, because Eric Politics is just another controversial show I created. Now, also, I just wanted to say, I want to be a co-host with Eric Moser, and Friday, so keep up if you want to be a co-host with me. Now, the topic for the Eric Show is... Oh, weird. I just heard a beeping thing. Now, the topic of the Eric Show is mental illness. Now, mental illness is it's a serious thing. And this is a topic chosen by a fan of the Eric Show. But mental illness is a tough thing to go in throughout life. I mean, I know I would not like to see someone else go through a mental illness. Now, as of 2004, there were 57.7 million viewers in the United States, I was going to say on the planet, but in the United States, with a mental illness. Now, 26.2% were 18 and older. Now, there are different types of mental illness. There are mood disorder, major depression disorder, there is dynamic disorder, I don't know how to say that word, but that is a mild depression, bipolar, suicide, schizophrenia, anxiety disorder, panic attacks that I have, OCD, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, generalized anxiety disorder, social phobia, eating disorder, ADHD, and autism, personal disorder, erroneous personality disorder, the first one, and borderline personality disorder. Now, what are each one of these? A mood disorder is when you get confused with your mood, and 20.9 million people have a mood disorder in the United States. That's just in the United States. Now, a major depression disorder, major depression. You probably heard of me on the show that I disagree with depression, but major depression is where you are deep in depression, you don't want to do nothing with your life, and that is 13.8 million people have major depression disorder. Now, dynamic disorder, which is a mild depression. Now, 1.5% of America have mild depression. Now, bipolar, that may be a popular mental illness that people talk about a lot. 5 per million people have bipolar, and 2.6% every year is adding every year adding to that number. Now, suicide is also another popular one, but as of 2006, there are 33,300 people who uh, have the mental illness of suicide. Now, suicide is more likely to be in men. It is in women, but more likely to be in men. And mostly people see it over the age 85. Why? Probably because they're too old and they just want to kill themselves. I disagree. Why? But, hey, that is a different conversation. Now, schizophrenia, 2.4 million Americans have schizophrenia, and 1.1% each year. I mean, it goes up 1.1% each year. Now, anxiety disorder, that is another popular one that a lot of psychologists and a lot of things people talk about is anxiety disorder. 40 million Americans have that, and 18.1% goes up each year. Now, panic attacks, something that's close to me. I have panic attacks, trust me. I had one in the back of a U-Haul. A panic attack, 6 million people have it, and that goes up 2.7% each and every year. Now, OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, another disorder I have. 2.2 million people have that, and 3.5%, that goes up 3.5 each year. Now, another popular disorder along with war, post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, 7.7 million people have that. Now, we go into continue to talk about anxiety. Now, generalized anxiety disorder, 6.8 million people have general anxiety, and that goes up to 3.1 each year. Now, social phobia is another disorder which 15 million people have, and it goes up 6.8%, more than our tax in Massachusetts. Now, eating disorder is another famous disorder by teenagers. There are 3 different kinds we are going to talk about: anorexia, bulimia, and binge. 0.6. Now, eating disorder, I forgot to get the percentage of the whole eating disorder as a whole, but 0.6 is anorexia, 1.0 is bulimia, and 2.6% is bling. Now, ADHD, 4.1% of adults have ADHD. I forgot to get the ADHD in children. Now, autism, my favorite one, I will tell you, we will talk about that at the last. Personal disorder is 9.1% American have it, and 1.0 of personal disorder is antisocial. Now, erroneous personal disorder is 5.2% of Americans have it, and 18% and older, you see that mostly in it. Now, borderline personality disorder, 1.6%, and that also mostly in the 18 years old area. Now, my favorite mental illness is autism. I love autism, and I will try my best to do anything I could in the autism field. Now, autism, one out of every 110 children have autism, and I just want to say, I just wish we can finally have a cure of autism, because autism is in my heart. And I just want to say, I would love to have an autistic child. I'm not putting that on a child. I'm not. I mean, if I don't have one, I won't be upset. But if I had one, is what I'm saying. I mean, I always say I would love to have an autism child, and people say you don't wish that on a person. I know I don't wish that on a person. It's hard. But I'm saying, but what I meant is if I had an autism or autistic child, I would love him or her. I it's just, it's a disorder that really close to me. And I will spend money on research and all of that on autism, just for autism. I think it's a really unique disorder. Do I wish it upon others like people think I do? No. Anyway, that's today's episode, mental illness. Now, tomorrow episode, let's go flip to my handy dandy notebook. No, I'm kidding. So, tomorrow episode I was going to do, but I think I'm going to change my mind. Adam and Eve, but tomorrow is Adam and Eve. I know it's a controversial topic, but tomorrow is Adam and Eve. Don't forget to check out the new show, Eric Politics. And don't forget to watch me making fun of Lindsay Lohan, that little slut. I will see you tomorrow with Adam and Eve. I'm your host, Eric Moser. See you later.